galactic civil war spreads across the sun. From the heights of Coruscant to fiery Mustafar, to fight the evil empire, for people join the fray. These are the heroes of the Hydian Way.
Welcome to Heroes of the Hydian Way. This is a Star Wars actual play podcast, and we're playing in Edge Studios' Age of Rebellion system. This is Arc 4, Episode 1. I'm Andarda, and I'm the GM for this adventure, and I'm using she-they pronouns.
Hi, I'm Erica Goodwitch, and I'm playing Norin Gremian, they-them engineer scientists.
Hi, I'm Henry. I use she-they pronouns, and I'll be playing Isasal An, who's a she-her pronouns, and she's the ship pilot and captain.
And I'm Joy, and I play Keto Javik, she, her, and she's a sharpshooter.
I'm Sammy, pronouns are she-they. I'm playing Vadalorn Cursed, who is also she-they, and I'm a courier martial artist.
Wonderful. And to get to know our crew a little bit better, we get one to ask the rest a question. And today, it is Isazel's turn.
So, this is probably, taking place in ISR's, one of their break rooms where, the team's getting together, waiting for the ship to be ready. And comes in with a package and looks at everyone. Everything, it's been obviously open. She goes, something just came in today and made me think about the group of you. And I just want to ask, what has been the most memorable holocron that you've received? Because she looks at her head, bounces on her hand. I just got my most memorable one right now. And she kind of puts it down, presses a button, and a holocron of two, it looks like two singers kind of dancing in a circle, and a date on it pops up. She's like, I just got an invite to the wedding of, a girl I used to date back on Cantovite. She's getting married. It's very nice, and I'm glad she still sees me positive light like that. Did give me a good amount of time to think about if I can make it, though, so we'll see if I RSVP. And she kind of puts it back in her bag. What about the rest of you? Have you ever gotten a holocron that really just spoke to you?
Keetra's gonna dig in her bag, and she's gonna pull out one, and she's gonna say, "This is Veti, my most valued holocron." She's gonna put it on the table and play it, and you can see Keetra running around with a little boy, and they're playing and laughing, and they're having fun. And she said, "This is my little brother before he died. This is me and him." And about an hour and a half later, we were recording, and we were going to send this to my dad, and my brother died, and so my mom saw this and sent it to me while we were here. So this is, to me, the most valuable to me. Isn't he cute, my little brother?
You just tearing up a bit in the background.
Adorable.
Yeah. He's just trying to make it light. She's like, "Sorry, didn't mean to." Oh, she's gonna turn it off and put it back in her bag.
It's a very good thing, Keetra. I'm very happy you have that.
Me too.
Similar boat for me, I think. I don't have it on hand to play, but after my family got off Lasan, my mom's sent words of encouragement when I joined ISR. It's keeps me motivated.
So it's good to have mothers who care for you. It's a beautiful thing.
Very much so.
Norin's hand kind of hovers over their pocket, and then they've been visibly thinking this whole time, and they're like, when my sister got her acceptance to the conservatory on Naboo, that the call that she made to me on Druckenwell was very memorable. She was very, very excited.
I could see why. Your assistant's a very excitable person.
This
That
is
would be a
true.
very
She
proud moment.
feels everything pretty passionately. And yeah, it was. She'd been working really hard for that.
I never excelled very well in school, so she's so smart. She should be very, very proud of herself.
It's not that kind of school. It's performing arts.
It's still school. It's still something you do. I'm not good at. I can shoot. I can hunt. I'm good at that. And I'm not good with books. I'm not good with dance. I'm not good with performance. I can't sing. I can't dance. I try. People laugh. It's okay.
Gager, I would never laugh at your dancing.
Oh, you've never seen me dance. You would laugh. People always laugh. They say I look like a wild banshee.
It's not always about doing things well, as long as you do them for fun.
Banshee about your dancing?
But what I find fun tends to get me into trouble.
Yeah, it
This
does.
is true.
I mean, have you considered? Don't get caught?
I don't get caught. It's why I am still alive. But people don't tend to enjoy when people do not how should I put this? When there's a lot of red stuff pouring out the people, and I don't find that bad when they're not good people.
She looking at me right now.
Yes. and sometimes it's needed, and so I do it, but not because it's wholly enjoyable. I like to kill animals to eat, but people if I have to. But I do get in trouble because people don't like that very much.
I mean, that all seems perfectly reasonable.
That actually reminds me. I need to send a holocron some old friends on a mining moon.
I'm sure that'll be the most memorable holocron they get.
All right. Is our ship ready yet?
I mean, it has been repaired. The hyperdrive did have to get changed out on it. And yeah, ISR has had to take several weeks to get the Codfather back and fully functioning. In this time, they've also repaired a pit droid. And now they don't exactly match because 3 of them look really, well, not really beat up, but somewhat beat up. And one looks almost factory new, like shiny.
Are they upset about that?
They do bug M4 about it a little.
Hmm.
So the debriefings happen, the Codfather is fixed up, and now it's the final preparations as you know that imminently a mission is going to be assigned. So the final preparations, finally getting all of your stuff back into your cabins, that sort of stuff, because this time they took a look into the Codfather to make sure that everything was working. It was sort of the 1,000-hour check idea behind it. They took off a lot of the panelings, all that sort of stuff, made sure that, yeah, this is going to still be functioning for at least a year, barring people hitting walls or something. They've gone through and made sure that everything is working. It also has a new coat of paint. The Codfather has been repainted in ISR colors so that it looks almost factory fresh, but it does have a logo on it of the Codfather that Isabella done up. So I'm figuring that it's like the maintenance, the maintenance lead for this project is sort of standing there ready to hand over the Codfather back to Isabella and the rest of the crew. We've been able to get all the soil out of the lower part, and we've been able to fix the 2 maneuvering engines that seem to have been burned out along with the hyperdrive. Now, with the hyperdrive, we have had to adjust the frequencies that are registered with the Bureau of Ships and Service. So it isn't going to be putting out the same vibrations that it once did. So the ship itself might sound a little different in hyperspace.
Good to know.
Question: Did you clean up the consoles? They were a little sticky.
Oh yes, we did. We pulled off all of the panels, made sure that we were able to clean in behind. We did find a small insect infestation, but once we took care of the roast that was in there, it seemed to get rid of them right away.
Did you say
good.
rust?
Okay. No,
Yes,
no.
roast. I think it was bantha.
Good to know.
I'm suddenly very concerned about living on this ship for the next
Oh,
unknown number of
it's
days.
okay. It's no. Shin dropped some bantha steak into this console, and so it was all his fault that it got all sticky, and we tried to clean it up, but yeah, I told him don't eat by the consoles, but he didn't want to listen.
I can't
Yes, my favorite
tell
food
if you're
podcast.
blaming Shen for something because he's not here to defend himself and refute your story, or but I'll just let it be. It's fine.
It's all is fixed and good. But I will say, Vadalorn, was probably very good roast.
I don't doubt that. I'm more concerned of said roast happening again and venting all the atmosphere.
You don't like roast? I won't make you roast then. I can make you something else.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. I love roast. Just like on a plate and not inside
I
sensitive
always give on
electronics.
plate. No. I always give on plate. What you do with it after I give it to you, that's on you. I don't know.
Anyway, we have a mission, I think.
The maintenance lead is handing over the Codfather to the crew. So there's the four of you, Hookman, Trellway, and Z, as well as Jones and the rest of the droids. Until this point, you'd still been attached to it, but it had been in the hands of maintenance. So they sort of had shooed everyone off and essentially had you disembark completely. So they didn't have to worry about personal possessions being accidentally triggered or something, because everyone likes to customize ships to their own, and it's better for maintenance. If there's a possibility, it's better for maintenance and crew not to really step on each other.
Oh, so we need to go put all of our stuff back, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah, Norin's got got a little grab sled with some boxes, and they're pulling it into the Codfather straight to their bunk, and then to the med lab first, and then bunk.
I mean, that does make sense.
I'll be taking my gun and my bag and going to my room and setting down my little stuff. Got a few things, and then cleaning my gun because it needs a good thorough cleaning.
He's taking most of her stuff to her room, but she is going to take a single box to the cockpit because she's like the bridge because she needs to make sure like her piloting area is set up. She has the M's helping her out though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like Lone is pretty much going from one airlock to the internal airlock, the one that would go into the cargo pod, and just sort of sitting there waiting for the cargo pod to be docked so that they've got a nice place that they can actually stretch out in. The rest of the crew is going to their assigned bunks.
I bet Trellway bought himself some very nice like accoutrements on on Muriel.
Oh yes, yeah, he definitely has relaxed his clothing. He definitely has, like, he's got a ISR shirt on, but otherwise, like, the slacks have now turned into something much more free, especially since he's on ship all the time. Hookman's there with his new cybernetic arm, and seems to be trying to work it as best as he can, like trying to overwork it, actually, where it's like everyone else has like their duffel slung over his shoulder or something like that. He's just sort of like deadlifting it, like trying to make sure that the new arm is working to full specifications. And there's Izzy with another grav sled with a small selection of rifles on top.
That's new. All right.
You never saw him load them in the first time.
Yeah. Norin spots the cybernetic overloading. It's just like, oh yeah, let me make sure that is all set up, and heads and immediately in the med bay is making sure that the new cybernetics stuff is all good to go.
With the Codfather being in dry dock, has there been any upgrades done to it? Like the tractor beam has been installed and reinforced. We've got the better kitchen being done and that sort of stuff. I'm just wondering, since it's been down for, well, I'll call it an in-game month, has there been any other things been looked at for being brought in? Any requested customizations that ISR might be kindly providing?
Just from Norin's end, just the cybernetics support equipment for Hookman and Izazel's maintenance or whatever.
Yeah, Izazel would have been more same direction of focus on more of crew equipment and things that help the crew out, because the ship runs to her perfectly. It's our crew did missing a lot of gear that could probably be helping them. So it's more of ordering a few to think the cybernetics, and Izazel had a personal one, which is rocket boots. She's been sending holocoms everywhere trying to figure out who can take care of that. Turns out more difficult than one could expect.
Mm-hmm.
All Kira's gonna want is like a little area with lots of bullets. She's gonna want a nice supply of bullets.
Vador tends to travel light and is a cartoon character, so they have 8 identical sleeveless flannel shirts and 8 identical track pants. And 1 set of ISR overalls. To meet code, you know.
Love is the flip of Isasa, whose closet is filled with so many different outfits. Just like, she looks at your closet and goes, I wish I could do that.
Join me in the Spartan lifestyle. But I tend to travel a lot and not often by the same ship, so traveling light is a necessity.
Necessity does breed innovation. Innovation is one of it.
Kira's also is very similar. She likes to have a lot of clothes that are similar because she hunts, so they're all like brown or tan or camouflage. That's pretty much her.
Z sort of bringing up the rear. Z does constantly wear coveralls just because it seems to work better for him, but he has to have at least like 20 different coveralls. None of them are the same color. It's just whatever's at the front of the closet today. It seems to just be put back randomly. So he's always in a different color, but it takes Z and Hookman a relatively short amount of time to get their combined quarters into a situation, this time with their weaponry a bit more displayed. You've got the 2 super old school clone trooper rifles plus a few more intense rifles that on one of the walls in their quarters. On the upper half of the wall, you've got the old school clone trooper rifle, like the really long one, and then the one that Hookman would have defected with, went AWOL with, what have you. And then on the bottom, you've got 2 relatively intense rifles. One probably a heavy blast rifle, and the other one looks like it's out of Terminator 2. Because, of course, the little guy has that. Trellway's, his quarters are really Spartan, just on account of still has a lot of the Imperial hang-ups. So, as everyone gets settled, the mission light starts pulsing in the hallways. You hear up at the bridge a small ping as the mission tape is recorded and is ready to be put into Bates' mouth.
You just lie down.
Isel takes the tape and gets on the ship con's like, okay, everyone to the meeting room. We have our mission ready. Someone pick up Bait on the way.
En route.
Coming.
So I have 2 questions.
Sure.
1, should we roll a destiny pool?
Probably.
That seems
Great
like a
spot to
good
roll
idea.
it.
Yeah. Actually, it is. It really is. I like it.
I don't remember which one of these rooms was mine.
We're all switching.
Yep. I took that middle blue one now.
Sorry, I don't know if Andarta warned you, but I have the worst luck, and it is infectious.
Why do we have 4 dark side points?
Miraculous.
That makes it mildly funnier to me.
My second question was, is the meeting room in the galley where the calf machine is? And did
It's-
anyone tell Vadalor that?
It is. So the meeting room is almost directly behind the captain's. If you look at the map, it looks like a room with 5 chairs in it and a screen of some variety.
Mm-hmm.
It's that middle row of bunks.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yes. Of which then I'm actually figuring from the
I was like, there's enough of us. We might have to move it to like the rec room, which is like next to the
yeah.
to
That is a
the
good point,
showers.
yeah.
So it's like you still kind of.
I was thinking that just sort of dragging in chairs from like the rec room or the kitchen, but no, that is a much better idea of having it in the rec room where everyone can sit down. And there's couches.
Yeah, there's nice couches, and Isa is going to be passing by the calf machine to actually collect the calf. So when Price Vadalor and there's like, oh, you're here to help me carry this.
Yeah, I can help with that.
She puts it like in the little holders and hands both the holders to Vadalor. Like, all right, come follow me, and leaves Vadalor to carry them all. You got someone big and strong. Make him have him carry the stuff.
Why do I feel like you're hazing the new person?
Well, it is one of my 2 skills, carrying calf and punching stuff. So, utilize the skills of your crew.
Yes, I agree.
Besides-
You should utilize my skill all the time.
We do.
As the 8 of you, actually 9, because I figured Lone would show up too, since the pod isn't there, and it's also right outside where Lone was lurking. Yeah, at this point, like, everyone's in the rec room. So, yeah, then you've got Bait going onto the middle of the coffee-ish table that is, for some reason, tied into the holo display on the far wall. As pictures are needed, they will show up on the holo projector. Bait gets set down on the table. The table seems to have a collar that comes up and clamps around Bait's neck. Now, Bait is an ancient-looking protocol droid head. Just the head. Has a small microcell in it to keep the head going. But Bait is an old protocol droid that the mouth section has been adapted to take these data cassettes and be able to play them. When not, there's a door that comes down that then lights up whenever they're speaking. But the other 2 features of Bait is that, like, it was a design back in the day, a few thousand years ago, where the protocol droid head had a bar going up and over it. It makes a perfect carrying handle. And in the time that Bait's been around, he has been modified so that the neck on Bait works as an advanced scomp link of sorts. And a lot of the ISR ships or furniture have been modified so that it can adapt to this. So Bait gets put down, and all of a sudden this collar thing comes up, and Bait turns towards the hollow projector. It clamps in, and it's like, "Thank you all. Please insert the data tape so we can all get started."
So just like kind of like gently puts it in the mouth and like look towards the hollow projection.
Hello. Interceptor Rescue wants to help ease the crew back into normal operations. To do that and to test the refit of the Codfather, we're assigning you to transport our Hutball team, the Cracker Cats, to a triple arc tournament. This tournament is to be held on Bonadon, out at the very end of the Hydian Way, where several other teams and their sponsors will be gathering. As a reward for transportation of the Hutball team and ensuring that nothing too untoward happens, the crew is to be allowed to the sponsors gala and may be asked for advising on any trade negotiations. The team coach, Amarsil, and team manager, Bramagox Honk, will be accompanying the Hutball team to the tournament. Will be accompanying the Hutball team to the tournament. The pod is outfitted for their normal recreation, though thankfully it is only a short-ish trip. Well, I mean, like from one end of the galaxy to the other, but that's short, honest. It is the intent of ISR that this is a Teacake run. The docking arrangements will be made well ahead of time, and reservations for off-ship accommodations for the team and for the crew will be made. We expect the team to place in the tournament, and we do not expect them to win, though they will be a delight. If there are ways that are not against the rules that can affect this outcome, please do encourage that to be fortuitously happening. A special account has been created for this sort of expense, and Izazel has access to it. Well, thank you, and may the force be with you.
I'm going to lean over.
Norin side eyes the hollow projector at that one.
He still tries not to make reference to it and just goes to wait for the tape to get burnt.
Yeah, at this point, you can hear the reels on the tape just start spinning faster and faster and faster and faster because it sounds like the backside of it has worked loose. And then it's like everyone can smell the small fizzle of the magnetic tape getting caught, and then just, "Can you try and get this out now?"
He still takes it out. So that's always my favorite part. And it looks at Tyr's like, "Okay, everyone, let's get to our stations. Make any last moment preparations, and then let's get this Hutball team to Banadu and have a cakewalk on a mission for once."
I have a question.
Yes, Kitra.
What is Hutball?
Yuzo smiles. "Oh, Kitra, I have a hollow point for this."
More homework?
It would be
Never
the
mind,
fun
I
kind.
don't need to know.
It's a sporting event.
Oh.
It's
Like a great hunt?
very similar, actually.
I suppose.
With Hutball, so technically you can have a hunt during Hutball. It's not against the rules.
Oh. Sounds interesting. I never knew. We don't watch sports, we just hunt.
Oh, I got the perfect hollow point for this one. I can tell you about my fantasy Hutball team. Stops. I didn't say that out loud.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
why
you
don't you
did.
come? You can put it in, and I will sit and watch it.
Yes, let's go do that, Kitra, let's go.
We're gonna get maybe. I wonder if I should invite my dad. Where's this tournament again?
On Bonadon,
Bonadon.
at the start of the Hydian Way in the corporate sector.
Okay, so it is pretty close to Muriel.
Yes, we're picking up your father on the way.
Oh, I get to meet your daddy?
He's a very nice man.
Oh, I bet he is.
He is. Yep, he's very, very nice. Do we have a spare bunk for him? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. There's 9 bunks.
Barely.
It's 4 of
Well,
us.
those two double.
There's Hookman, Aziz.
I'll probably be in the
So we
same
have
one
one.
that's just right behind the.
1 spare bunk.
Give 2.
We have 2 spare bunks.
Because Hookman and Z are in the same bunk.
Oh, okay.
He still kind of looks like, I mean, you're right, we should have a spare bunk, but if we needed to share up so we can make room for your father, that's always an option as she walks out to go to the bridge.
Norin flushes a little bit.
As he tosses Hookman a cred chit.
Okay, moving on.
Having not been assigned a station, I think I'm going to post myself up in the galley by the calf machine.
Yeah, what's your
I was-
skill set again?
Calf.
Okay. All right, so Trollway is communications, and
Mhm.
you're a courier. So I guess we already have someone for communications.
I'm going to curry coffee from the machine to my mouth.
Okay, you're Isazel's problem. Norin walks away.
I mean, you kind of are. I'm the one she's the cashier. She should be giving you a job.
I mean, I'm the first mate, right?
Yeah, first officer.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like,
Look,
could also be
if-
my job, but I'm just
Delegating upwards. But hey, if you forgot me, I'm going to take advantage of the opportunity.
I will say this, that she'll probably never be like, Hedra, so I got a job for you.
I won't be.
Yeah, Norin.
Okay.
Norin probably won't be like,
He still actually has a plan. She was just
You know,
like,
actually, on that note, Kedra, so I understand Basic's not your first language, it seems like. Maybe?
Oh,
Am I correct there?
It's my second, yes.
Okay. So in Basic, you can use those like plural pronouns to refer to a singular person too.
Oh.
And those are the pronouns you should refer to me by. I didn't really correct you before because I didn't really care, but I do kind of care now because you're not just a coworker to me anymore. So could you use they them for me?
Oh, yes. I'm so sorry. I did not know. I will use they, them. And
I
can
had
I
plenty
use
of
beautiful?
opportunities. Yes.
Okay, so I say the beautiful one. Sometime. When talking
Okay.
to Isabel. Okay? Oh, good.
Okay. All right. But yeah, just they them, not she her, not he him, they them. Got it?
They, them. Yes, yes.
Okay. I'm going to go walk over there now.
Okay. So, do you have any special things you'd like me to call you too? The DeLorean?
It's
I'm bad with
Vadalorn.
names. Vadalorn. Okay.
Yeah, I'm she, they.
Okay. She, they. Okay. You can just say hey you with the face. I'll answer.
You there with
Or,
the
you know.
face, elbow halfway up your arm? Checks
Yeah.
out?
Yeah, something like that. It's all good with me. I don't care what you call me. Just don't call me late for dinner, because usually I'm making it, and that'd be very bad.
Duly noted.
Good. Do you like bantha meat? I can make some great bantha steaks.
I am, in fact, carnivorous.
Oh, so good. Very good. We'll get along just great. Okay, so I will go make us some steaks. I'll make them some too, just in case they want it. I don't know, but I'll make them some too. I will be back. She's gonna go over to the kitchen area and look around for bantha meat or something to make steak with.
About there's when you hear the captain on the ship comms like, Vadalord, Traway to the bridge, please.
Ah, poodoo. Thought I was going to get away with it. Honored, Captain.
So when you get to the bridge, Isacel's kind of like fixed up her station a bit now that she's like, okay, she's like, I need to rearrange the station for like getting like thoughts right, making sure it's like to her
Is
like
everything
liking.
covered in plastic again?
No, she's like, you know what? It's just like she's given up. She'll just learn to like just clean it more. But what she does have like all over like her station is
No, like when we first got the Codfather, it
Oh,
was
that's
so
right.
brand new that it still had like all of like that protective plastic wrap on everything, and Shen had like peeled it off until he had gotten so covered in static electricity that he was all puffy.
I wish I had been there to see that.
This time they did not, but it does look like everything has been freshly polished. Like the plates, when they got taken off, were put through a buffer. It's like they have a buffer droid on the station, and the droid just loves polishing everything.
It does.
So they let it tag along. So yeah, the entire bridge is like one level of gloss below Nubian exteriors.
But it's so clean. Istel's happy about that as she's putting down small like hollow projectors around her station that are all like set to different news networks. She's like right here, like, I need to pay attention to what's going on in the bigger picture now. So it's that she actually has data pads like on her station. And she's like, it's so clean in here. I love this. It'll last as long as I make it.
So we've got the captain's seat, and we've got the 5 other seats, one of which would be communications, which Trellway sits at. As he's sitting down, he looks very eager for things, like starts typing on the console, putting in an earpiece, very quickly becoming professional in how he's doing things. Then, yeah, there's absolutely a gunner station / defense station. Security, if you will. Then, like, there's navigation, guessing pilot, and random station of stationing. I mean, engineering is probably a thing, but...
Oh, it's probably engineering, which is why Isacel is called Trailway and Vadalorn to the deck. She does have an idea about Vadalorn's job.
I'm both horrified and curious.
It's gonna be great. When you finally get to the deck, Isacel looks at calls like Trailway, Vadalorn. I've called you both here because Vadalorn, I have a job for you on this ship while we're going through the galaxy. Trailway, I'm promoting you to be head of engineering and communications. I'm going to connect these two, and for that, you're going to need an assistant. Meet your assistant, Vadalorn.
Oh my, this is going to be very interesting. It's been so long since I've had a crew. Oh wait, what are your thoughts on mutinies?
Depends on the context and who we're mutinying against. Generally, generally for. # power to the people.
I'm going to have to keep an eye on you, darling.
I don't know what you're talking about. If it's any consolation, I've got nothing against the ISR, so no reason for mutiny.
All right. Well, in that case, if you would take the communications station, I shall go to the engineering one. And he will pop the earpiece out. I guess there are other comm speakers at the station.
was going to say, that seems unsanitary.
They did just give me a full checkout. So, but do collect your own. You might even be able to get one molded to your own canal.
Well, ain't that fancy.
ISR does take crew safety very seriously. And not just because it cuts down on expenses. They actually seem to care. It's weird.
What? We even have guardrails.
Yeah, I mean, the paycheck is nice, but I'm here because I believe in the cause, so, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Norn comes in at that point with their data pad because they are taking over as ship medic for our missing medic and reviewing all of the crew's physicals. And they're like, what's that cause again? As they look up to study Valadorn.
You know, helping people around the galaxy. Saving lives. I'm looking good doing it.
You are way overdue for a physical. We'll schedule that.
You can kind of hear drafting down the hallway loud music and very off-key singing from Kedra as she's cooking.
You love that.
Shen's punk album.
Yes.
So as the ship starts going onto internal power and energizing up that way, as that's starting to spool up, there's a just sort of marker on all the stations on the bridge that someone is requesting entry from the, I think it's the port airlock.
Ah, that must be our guest. He starts heading that way. It's like, someone open the... Oh, I'll go open the hatch for them. If anyone wants to join me to say hello, you may.
I'm coming.
But yeah, he still gonna head to the hatch door to go say hello to who she's assuming is gonna be like the team.
The port airlock is the one that is right next to rec room and the kitchen, not the one that all of you entered into the Codfather on. This is one that is coming mostly from the pod, but I guess could be docked if someone was really, really wanting to. And yes, there's normally... The airlock here actually goes through one of the escape pods, just to make everything so much more fun. You go, you open the door, and there is standing a moderately sized Duros that is looking extremely worn down. And there's a Nikto that's standing behind him that is... They're about a head taller than the Duros. And the Nikto is looking somewhat bushy. Like, Niktos don't normally have a huge amount of any sort of facial hair or anything like that. But this one seems to have a higher than average amount of small horns coming out of their chin and the side of their cheeks. And looks to be relatively unconcerned. The Duros is... Permission to come aboard, Captain?
Permission granted. Great to finally meet you, Amor Silk, Brahmagat Honk. Big fans. He says like, gets back into like professional position, like arms behind her back and everything.
I see. So you do realize why we are on this trip, right? Just, it's a promotional thing for ISR. They're wanting to make sure that we can spread the word of the ISR brand so that everyone knows that we're there to save them when the unfortunate time comes.
Of course, which is why we're very glad they trusted us to go on this mission. It's a team like this, like the Cracker Cats, can really get people believing.
It's so nice to go to these tournaments, actually show what the team is capable of. most of the team, at least for the journey, isn't going to be making their way off of the pod. We've got almost everything set up in there. If you or any of your crew are wanting to come and visit, absolutely, we would like the distraction.
Of course, I have a feeling that there's plenty of the crew who would like to meet the team. But first, get yourself settled in. Get ready for takeoff. We'll let you know when we're ready to go.
Absolutely. The tall Nikto just essentially does finger guns at you and then takes a turn.
As you guys go by the kitchen, you're gonna hear Keezer going, la 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 la, where's I don't know, okay, yeah. She's gonna be singing and just cooking, and you could smell like the sticks and the sides she's making.
All right. I'm entirely doing this because I find it funny and I want to use a destiny point. I'm wanting to get Kedra to do a perception check.
Perception check. All right.
Yes. I guess it could also be a vigilance check, but I'll take either.
And what am I going against? Just a
in
purple.
the difficulty on this is going to be up against I'll go with 1 red and 2 purple. The difficulty.
Okay, so red, purple, purple.
Yep.
All right.
Actually, I do want to add a setback to that because you are a little on the distracted side
Yes.
on account of your cooking right now.
Yes, setback. Yes. All right. Okay, so I have one success, two.
Oh my goodness.
2 threats, and 2 triumphs.
That was.
What? Why can't they do that when I was shooting things?
But I'm pretty sure you got a lot of triumphs when you were shooting things.
Yeah, but there was a part where I did a lot of not so good either.
Yeah, it can't be perfect all the time. You can only try.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going with as you're cooking, you see 4 people who are looking around the corner of the airlock. They're looking into the galley and seeing and looking at you. You see a Nikto, a Gand, a Korn, and a Weequay. And they're lined up so that each head is very easily seen. It looks exceedingly comical. And yeah, all 4 of them are just sniffing.
Hello?
Okay, there are 2 threat, and I'm really just kind of wanting there to be a small startle to this. It's like you're not expecting them. It's like it's like you feel eyes on yourself or something like that. It's like,
Yes.
yeah, and then there's a turn and oh yes, and then there are these 4 heads looking around the corner. It's like, and all of them are very well. 3 of them because the Gand is there on the bottom, and all of them are very visibly sniffing the air.
Okay, I'm gonna be la la la. Where's Well, hi. What? Oh, you guys, you what food? My little heart. You scared me. Don't be sneaking up on a woman singing. Do you guys want food? I got some.
Oh, you cook meat here?
Oh, yes. I'm cooking banta steaks. You want to have some? We just got a whole big delivery and they're so delicious.
This is going to be so much better than the shipped protein shakes that they have given us.
Oh, sit down. I bring you dish. I got some sides too. Do you like other things with it? I got lots of other stuff. Teeters and stuff like that. I don't know, like lots of things. You can have.
Oh, yes. we would, though. Oh, is your specialty in cooking only in meat? Or are you able to cook other items?
Oh,
Like, is this a species thing where you can only cook bantha? Or are there other things? Like, I believe we might be coming into some colo clawfish soon.
oh, I like those too. They're very nice to cook. I like to cook all things. I just hunt and I cook what I catch and what I like kill. And I do other things too. Like I can use vegetables and fruits. Um, I can't do like the little fluffy, flofo, little like brulee thingies. I don't know the little cakey thingies. I can't do desserts, but I can do other things. I can cook. Yes. Are you guys the visitors from like the Bali Hutty thingy?
Oh, but yes, we most certainly are going to be taking advantage of your cooking talents. Though, we are first going to be needing to, I believe, make our way back to our own seating so that we can be prepared for the jump into hyperspace. But
Oh.
it is very pleasant since, at least for the transit from here to Bonadon, we have been allocated mostly protein and other materials for shakes so that we can be the healthiest that we can be.
Oh, this so healthy. It'll make you bones strong, muscles really strong. This perfect. You come do after jump, come back. I have all for you, okay? I make a big thing. You guys have can help yourself to plates. I had to give to Kappa 10 too, because she gets a little cranky if she don't get it. So I gotta give her some too. And then Norn, they like it too. And then like the new person, I don't really know her very well, but I think they will like it. I think so. But you guys, yeah, I help you, okay?
That be extremely fortuitous to us. Yes, I do believe that we shall be fast friends.
Yes, yes.
That does explain where this most delicious of odors come from. But yes, team, we should be back to our assigned seating.
I mean, if you want the signed seating, I can give you some seats right here. But yes, go. I bring to you.
And the Gand, the Gand, as they're standing pretty much at the airlock, is just, this one likes bantha steaks, and starts trudging off.
She's gonna start singing again. She don't care about hyperspace. She's like, I'll be fine.
I mean, hyperspace, yes. Undocking, though.
Yeah, I mean,
With
if
this,
she
Captain?
falls.
I would fight against that, but it's this captain.
Yeah, I'm figuring like pre-flight checks, everything's up and ready to go.
Everything's looking good in there, Aziz?
Oh yes, the engine in here is working at about 102% of nominal.
Good to hear. We're gonna take off soon, so Norin heads up to the bridge.
So, in the bridge, yeah, Trollway is going to be at the engineering station, and I'm assuming someone has taken bait and plugged them back into the navigational computer.
Oh, yeah, Isabel would have taken him and plugged him in already. Right there, doing all our pre-flight checks. As Norin comes like, Norin, let's all take our seats. I think we're ready to go. Kind of calls on the comms. Everyone, get prepared for undocking. Kidra, this does mean you two are at least be prepared.
La la la. Oh, I should sit somewhere. I will sit in this chair right by my meat. You smell so good. You cook so good for me.
All right, time for the undocking sequence. Are you gonna make me roll for it?
Oh, I mean, yes.
Yes.
Norin buckles in.
I'm assuming Vadalorn will be up at the station.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So at comm chatter's just fairly normal, just like running through the disconnects. It's like external power disconnected from Codfather, external life support disconnected from Codfather, check. and just running down all of these fairly standard undocking things. And they're communicating through the main board. Then the station master comes over the comms saying, Godfather, you are cleared for departure. Please use the central vector, and good luck to you and the Cracker Cats. I have credits on this.
Copy that, station master. We'll make you proud. As she starts gently pushing the ship. She is actually gonna come off gently and go follow straight down the central vector. No fuss on this one. She's like, no, these are the Cracker Cats. I cannot mess this up.
All right. So the difficulty on this is going to be what is it? Is going to be a 1 red, 2 purple, and 2 setback kind of a check.
Can she get an assist from Norn co-piloting?
Oh, absolutely. I was just meaning to be the base difficulty. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Can she get a boost from my Triumph? That one of the 2 that I've.
That'd be an upgrade, actually.
But yeah, I'll go with that. I'll totally go with that. The calf that got sent up is just spot on and just sort of making everything work great. I'll totally go with that.
Oh yeah, Eastel's feeling great, and being a natural pilot, and all the 2 setbacks we can remove. And so I'm gonna roll with 3 yellows, a green, a blue, a red, and 2 purples. Let's see how well she gets out of here. Red, 2 purple. All right, time to roll this and see what I get. 1 success and 2 advantage.
So you said 1 success and 2 advantage?
Yes.
Wow. All right. So describe how this looks.
So Isacel is just kind of turns off her little hollow projectors, and the ship just kind of gently goes up, and just easing at first of okay, making sure we're clear. She's listening to the ship, making sure nothing's popping, and just and has. They're right. It's a different she can already hear the difference in a hum, and she's we're back home, and she just gradually accelerates down the central vector, just pushing it, making it go faster, but taking her time, just let us ease into the speed.
So you can take it slow.
She smiles at the door, and we wouldn't be where we were if I did.
There's a forward display that's showing the exit corridor that you've been assigned, and it's offset in such a way so that the ship itself is now actually heading straight down the middle of it. As you get through the hangar bay door, which is the door on the outside of the asteroid, where through the mag field, through the actual door on the side of the asteroid, and actually you don't even hear it over the comms. You just hear it echoing through the ship.
Garabast, of all the times, this is the time I have to pay up? Rob, now.
No hits, no scrapes, no nothing.
I guess Hookman bet against you.
It's a pretty safe bet most of the time. No, and it's just even Isacel tosses one to his seas. It's I usually at least scrape the side.
It's thanks for having faith in me. Coin toss.
Yeah, pretty much. It's we're better at this.
Toss the credit to your captain.
Yeah, I'm figuring that as soon as the ship gets out of the asteroid, it gets angled for a hyperspace jump. Yes, getting from Shadababorn onto the network of hyperspace routes that are going to get you up to the Hydian Way and then to Bonadon is surprisingly easy. You could even be swinging by Naboo to check in with Norn's sister, but you probably aren't.
Nala's probably busy.
Yeah, you're able to get into the Hydian Way very easily. Like, it's a well-traveled route is more what I'm meaning to be going on about. Yeah, just the Codfather slips into hyperspace with the greatest of ease. Camera's still there just outside of ISR, and like the last thing people hear.
Right as like the hyperspace is like kicking in, the lights are going across. A message does pop up on Norin's display, and it's a request to share bucks.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Heroes of the Hydian Way. You can find show updates at linktree/The Hydian Way, and you can find me on the socials at Deuterium Ice.
You can find me everywhere as @SimDisorder with one Y and one I in that order.
You can find me on the Other Place podcast season 2 as Talana and live on twitch.tv/joyfullyme with the number 2, playing a variety of games.
I'm at places on the internet at Linktree, Goddess Sammy with one fewer S's than you might think.
And I am Erica, and you can find all of my mercenary work at linktree/Erica Goodwitch.
And we are all at thehydianway.com, where you can find previous episodes and previous seasons.
You can find more episodes on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube Music. Plus, you can help us out by rating, reviewing, and subscribing.
You can holocom us at heroesatthehydianway.com and find merch at tpublic.com/user/thehydianway.
If you like what we do and want to support the show, you can with a calf subscription at ko-fi.com/thehydianway.
Display, and it's a request to share bunks.
Request denied.
I love that you guys do that. La 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 words. No.
That I don't understand.
Sorry, no, it was as much as I do like Joy's saying there, it was more me realizing I have a Gand and I've got a Corn and a Weequay.
Mm-hmm.
Of which the Weequay is going to be speaking up.
I think I pressed the button correctly.
You did. And then D1 goes offline.
Oh no.
Want me to grab my physical dice?
I also have my app, so I could pull that up.
Yeah.
Because I always have a backup Star Wars app on my phone.
I've got my physical dice right in front of me too.